It was wedding season and the house was buzzing with activity. Hello, I'm Amit and welcome to Heartwarming Fables, where every story touches your soul and leaves you with a smile. The scent of turmeric and mehendi filled the air. Drums and dolls echoed, and laughter made the house come alive. It was my sister Sia's wedding, and joy was everywhere. I'm Naira, the youngest and most mischievous girl in the family. I had a special duty in this wedding to bring life to every ceremony, crack jokes at every opportunity, and tease my sister every now and then. But I had no idea someone in this wedding would tangle up my life, and that someone was my sister's brother-in-law, Aarav. I saw him for the first time at the Mehendi ceremony, tall with a light beard, soft brown hair, and mischief sparkling in his eyes. He was performing rituals with his brother, but when our eyes met, he smiled faintly. My cousin Ria whispered in my ear, "Wow, who's he?" I shrugged. "Sister's brother-in-law." She grinned mischievously. "And you haven't met him yet?" I laughed. Maybe destiny needed time. I couldn't understand why, but Aarav's gaze kept finding me and it made me restless. He never seemed to remember my name. Every time we met, he'd call me something new, Miss Mehendi, Gulabo, or Shy Girl. One day during a ceremony, I stood near the stage when suddenly my dupatta was pulled. Shocked, I turned around. It was Aarav. "What's your problem?" I asked angrily. "No problem. Just checking if you could dance without falling," he said innocently. "Oh, so now I can't even walk properly?" "Nope, I'll teach you that too," he winked. My face turned red with anger, but my heart was racing. Then came the Haldi day. As I applied turmeric to my sister's face, someone smeared my cheek with haldi. I turned around furiously. It was Aarav again. "Are you crazy?" I shouted. "Well, now that you have haldi on you, think about it, maybe you're next," he smiled. "Stop dreaming," I said, and grabbed a handful of haldi. Aarav ran off, but I wasn't going to let it go. Our haldi fight made everyone burst out laughing. Finally, I caught him and smeared his face with turmeric. "You don't look like my sister's brother-in-law anymore. More like the turmeric lion," I joked. I got busy with the wedding preparations, but Aarav was always around. When I was arranging flowers, he came up and said, "Roses would look beautiful in your hair." When I was setting the sweets tray, he whispered, "Are your sweet words as tasty as these?" I'd scold him each time, but secretly I started liking his presence. Then came the Sangeet night. I dressed in a pink lehenga. When I came on stage to perform, my eyes naturally searched for Aarav. He was already looking at me, and I couldn't escape that gaze. After the dance, he softly said, "Tonight, you look the most beautiful." I didn't reply, just avoided his eyes and walked away. But something stirred in my heart. That night, the rituals went on late. I was exhausted, but my mind was distracted. I hadn't seen Aarav all day, and that felt strange. He had always popped up everywhere before. Later, I went to the rooftop to find some peace. The night was calm under the moonlight. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. It was Aarav. There was urgency in his eyes, as if he had something to say. "What are you doing here?" I asked, slightly annoyed. "Came to see you. I couldn't wait any longer," he said with emotion. I didn't know what to say. The air was cold, and maybe he sensed that my hands were freezing. He gently held them. "Why are your fingers so cold?" "Maybe the wind is too chilly," I whispered. "Or maybe your heart is beating fast," he teased softly but looked serious. We stood just inches apart. Moonlight touched his eyes, and I couldn't look away. "You talk too much." I tried to stay composed. "And you avoid eye contact too much," he said as he held my fingers tighter. For a moment, we just stood there. No words, just presence, just feeling. "Go sleep now," I said softly and tried to pull away. But he tugged my hand gently and stopped me. "If I let you go now, I'll just keep looking for you again tomorrow," he smiled. I blushed and ran toward the stairs, but there was a smile on my face and a promise in his eyes. This story wasn't ending here. Then came the last day, the farewell. I hugged my sister and cried. For the first time, Aarav looked at me without any teasing. He slowly held my hand. "Don't cry, I'm here," he said. "Why?" I asked, wiping my tears. "Because I like you," he smiled softly. I was speechless. "What now?" I asked bravely. "Now I'll wait for your yes and then start planning the next wedding," he said with a grin. And I just smiled.